it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you are already subscribed to me, if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you will enjoy today's video. Today I'm talking about 4 ways that you as a YouTuber or a potential YouTuber or a blogger that you can get free product or experiences from companies. And some people think that it's tacky for influencers, content creators, bloggers to contact companies for products or experiences or services. And I don't think that's true at all, as long as it's done in the right way and for the right reasons. So this video is for YouTubers or bloggers that really legitimately want to create and foster relationships with brands and companies for products that you already use and love, or products that you would like to try, and if you like them, sharing them with your viewers. This video is definitely not about just getting free stuff and free samples and free experiences just for the sake of them being free. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys the 4 ways that I have gotten free product, curriculum, even travel experiences from different companies through my YouTube channel, but doing it with integrity and for the right reasons, and I feel like the right way. A little side note here, about a month or so ago, I also did a video about why YouTube is so difficult and how to overcome those obstacles. So if you are either a new YouTuber or you're thinking of starting a channel, I highly recommend you go back and watch that video, because I was pretty honest in there. With my 7 years on YouTube, I have learned a lot, I've experienced a lot, I've had a lot of ups and downs, and I feel like that video really gives you a good kind of overall glimpse of the basics of what it's like to be a YouTuber and the struggle that that can come with sometimes. So make sure when you get done watching this video that you head on over to the description box to watch that other video, because I think they really go, today's and that video really go hand in hand if you are a YouTuber or you're thinking of starting a channel. So if you are a blogger or a YouTuber or a potential blogger or YouTuber and you really are curious kind of how this can work for you and how you can actually get products to try out and get products you already love to share with your audience, then stay tuned. So the first thing to keep in mind, and like I said, a lot of people I've heard over the years that they think it's tacky if a YouTuber contacts a company for a free product. And I don't agree with that at all, but like I said, I feel like it needs to be done for the right reasons, and it needs to be done professionally and with integrity, or it can come off as tacky. So that's the main thing, is remember that your YouTube channel, no matter how small it is your business, and you need to represent your business in a very professional way. I think a really great benefit of YouTube and social media in general is that companies have learned over the years through the popularity of these different social media outlets that we are all influencers, whether we realize it or not. Whether we have a YouTube channel and we're sharing things on there that might influence someone else, or whether we're doing it in our personal life. If you have a product that you use and love, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell somebody in your life about it, and they might go and pick it up next time they're at the store. It's the same thing with YouTube, only you have a little bit of a bigger audience. Companies have really come to learn and respect the fact that we are all influencers, even if it's a micro influencer, meaning you have a small audience, but an audience nonetheless. So don't think that just because you may have a small audience that companies won't be interested in working with you, because that's, in my experience, that's definitely not the case. They may not be willing to pay you to talk about whatever it is you're wanting to talk about, but they might be interested in giving you the product if you already have it and you want to share it, or if you want to try it and if you like it, to review it. So you are definitely an influencer, whether you have an audience of 10, 100, 10,000, whatever, you are still an influencer. So keep that in mind. Don't just automatically think nobody's going to want to work with me because I'm a small YouTuber or a small blogger. That's definitely not the case in my experience. So knowing that and going into the next step is make sure that you are professional, and your integrity means a lot here, because first of all, companies can tell a mile away when you're somebody who is just randomly emailing tons of companies, or you're sending them an email that's got a bunch of other companies copied. Don't do that. One email to one company or one person at a company at a time, and customize that email as much as possible. Anybody can spot a form email or a form letter a mile away, and you don't want to come off that you're just sending these random emails to all these different companies and maybe changing their name, but not really making it personal, and not letting your voice of why you love something and you want to share it, or why you want to try something, be heard. Because if you seem spammy and unprofessional, it's going to come off as spammy and unprofessional. You are automatically going to discredit your audience and the work that you're doing on your platform, and they're a lot less likely to work with you or even answer you if they feel like you are just doing something to get free stuff and you're sending these emails to everybody out there in the world. So the easiest way to figure out who you need to contact at a given company in their media or press department is to go to the website and look down in the contact us section. Sometimes it's listed separately under media, sometimes it's listed separately under press. But usually in one of those three places, contact us, media, or press, you'll be able to find somebody's contact information that you can actually send an email to. And take some time with your email. Even if you have a broad kind of form email, and I hate to even say that because I really don't want you guys to just cut and paste a bunch of emails the same to everybody. Even if you have a general kind of script, make sure if you already love a product and you're asking them to send you some to share or send you some to give away on your channel, that you tell them why you like it and why you love it, why you use it, kind of your story with it. If you haven't used it and you're curious to try it and you want to see if you like it, be honest about that too. Tell them, I've never tried this, but I love your brand because, and I'm really interested in this product. If I like it, I would love to review it on my channel or on my blog. Would you be interested in sending me the product to review? And if I like it, to share it. That's another really important thing is, I think sometimes you tend to think if somebody gives me something for free, I have to review it and it has to be a positive review. It doesn't. And a lot of companies would rather you not make a review than to give a negative review. So be upfront and honest in the beginning and say, if I don't like this product, I would not be sharing it, but if I do, I would love to share it with my viewers. Something like that. So they understand that you're a person. You're not just sending out a form email. They understand why you like their company or why you're interested in trying their product and sharing their product. That really gives you some credibility that you're not just somebody who's trying to get free stuff. You actually legitimately are wanting to try this product or share something you already love. That really does make a huge difference. Your honesty is so important to the company, but especially to your audience, because these are the people that watch you because they trust you and they believe what you say and they believe in what you're sharing. And you want to make sure that you're being as honest as possible with everybody involved so that you are trustworthy, because if you're not trustworthy or people just decide that you're not trustworthy, you completely lost your influence over anyone, with your audience and with companies as well. So make sure that you do any of these things, you accept all of this free stuff or you share the free stuff with integrity and honesty, because people know when you're not being honest. So in the first few years of my channel, which was very, very small, and my channel is still not huge by a lot of people's standards, but in the very beginning especially, it took forever to get even a decent amount of followers. But what I did in the beginning was contact companies that I already loved their products and that I wanted to share with my viewers, or if I wanted to give them away, or if it was something I wanted to try but I wasn't sure that I was going to want to share it or I was going to love it, I would tell them that. But a lot of those companies that I contacted way back in the day are companies that I still worked with to this day. I have built relationships with, we have grown our partnerships together. Some of them now, instead of just getting free things, I get free things and I get paid to talk about them. Those are the type of relationships that I love the most, because they're not just fly-by-night kind of flash-in-the-pan type deals. They are companies that I love and talk about and have talked about when I was getting paid nothing. I've talked about them when all I was getting was the free product. I continue to talk about them when I'm getting the free product and I'm getting paid to talk about them. Those are my favorite types of companies to work with. A couple that I can think of off the top of my head is Mindware. Love them, have used them for years, talked about them for absolutely free. Teaching Textbooks is another one that I paid full price for years, gladly, willingly, loved them, talked about them. They didn't even know I existed until I reached out to them and said, I love your product. It has made a huge It has made a huge difference in our homeschooling life. You know, can we work together? And then it started out with just being the free curriculum. Now I get paid to talk about them. Not all the time, but sometimes. Companies like that. Rakuten is another one that I have used for years and years back when they were Ebates, and I still use them to this day. Talk about them all the time because I love them. But those relationships were relationships that started out as free partnerships that have grown into something else. You never know which companies that's going to happen with. So it's always important from the very beginning, whether you have a small audience or a huge audience, that you're being honest. You're taking your platform seriously. You're taking your name seriously, like your honesty behind your name. You take that seriously. And you never know what relationships will grow out of this initial contact you're having with them. Another thing that really helps when contacting companies to give you some credibility, whether you have a big following or not, is a media kit. You do not have to have a media kit from the very beginning. I certainly didn't. I didn't get one until about 3 years ago. And even mine is not what a lot of people have. A media kit is basically kind of like a resume for your YouTube channel or your blog. And it's going to have things like your biography, maybe a picture of you, your demographics, so your target audience, like are most of your viewers female, or most of your viewers male, maybe what age groups they're in. They look all different ways, and you can get them made professionally. You can make yours on your own. I made mine on my own just one night, set up and made it in PicMonkey, but they're really helpful because a lot of times if you are contacting a company kind of cold. They don't know who you are. They don't know that you exist and you're trying to reach out to them. It does, again, gives you some credibility and says like, hey, look, I'm taking this seriously. Here's my media kit. I understand who my audience is. Here's a little bit about me. A lot of people will include rates, like how much they charge on their media kit. I've never done that because I like to work with each brand on a case-by-case basis. And also, especially if you're starting out, you're probably not going to have a rate that you charge people because you maybe aren't at the point where you can ask for money, but you can maybe get the product, if that makes sense. So my media kit is very, very simple. I've never had anybody complain about the fact that I don't have my rates on there. Usually what I'll do is send in the media kit with the email, and I'll say, here's my media kit, but as far as rates go, I work with each company on a case-by-case, video-by-video basis. So let's talk about your budget and rates for compensation, that kind of a thing. But I think a media kit does help to give companies a snapshot of who you are kind of at a glimpse, and also the fact that you're taking this platform that you have seriously. You're not just trying to get free stuff. The third thing I think is really important when trying to grow your YouTube channel, but also especially when trying to reach out and build relationships with companies, is you want to be active on your channel and take pride in your channel. Now, that doesn't mean you have to know everything from the beginning. It doesn't mean you have to have expensive equipment. It doesn't mean you have to have a professional editor, anything like that at all. But you don't want to reach out to companies about partnering with you or sending you product or experiences if you don't even upload on a regular basis, or if you haven't made a video in 6 months, but you're emailing companies and saying, hey, would you like to send me this to talk about on my channel? Or would you like to do a video together about this thing? They're probably not going to do that if they even take the time to look at your channel, if they see that you're not taking pride in your thumbnails whatsoever. If you are not uploading on a consistent schedule. And it doesn't mean even every week. I mean, obviously that helps. But if you haven't made a video in months, that doesn't look very good for your channel. It doesn't look like you're actively working on it and trying to grow it and taking pride in it. So make sure that if you are contacting companies or you're planning to contact companies, that you try to look at your channel from an outside perspective and say, okay, if I was a viewer or if I was a company, would I want to work with me? Because if you wouldn't want to work with yourself, then they're not going to want to work with you either. So to the best of your ability, make as nice of thumbnails as you can. Upload as often as you can. Quality though, not quantity. Try not to just throw up any old video just so you can say I uploaded. Make sure that it's actually a good quality video, the best you can do. So you want to try to make sure that the companies you're reaching out to are companies that have products that would fit into the types of videos that you make. I'm very unlikely to talk about video games because I hate games. I hate video games. My husband plays them. He's a big gamer, so maybe if it was like a Christmas gift video and it was something I got him, then maybe. But as far as content that I regularly make, that would not fit into my videos. So try to make sure that you're reaching out to companies that you're legitimately interested in and that you think your viewers will legitimately be interested in, and not just any old person you can get free stuff from. The fourth thing I think is important is to keep your sponsored videos and or your product placement videos, like where you've got free stuff, try to keep those to a minimum, or try to include them naturally in a video that you were going to make already. If all you do is sponsored videos or videos that have free product in them, it really just starts to seem like you're not being honest, or you're not really creating content for the right reason. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sponsored videos. I've talked about this before. I do sponsored videos. I am very thankful for the sponsored videos that I have because they are so important to my monthly income. They're so important in helping me to provide for my family. But if somebody has a video up every single week or every single day that's sponsored, it really starts to get on people's nerves. I've mentioned this before in a video recently about, there was one particular YouTuber that I used to love and watch back when they had a smaller channel. Now that they have a large following, honestly, almost every single video, every single week is sponsored. Like if that person uploads, I can pretty much guarantee 99% of the time it's going to be sponsored. That, in my opinion, really devalues the video. Even if the content is great, I just cannot wrap my brain around a video every single week being sponsored. So sometimes it happens as a creator, you find where you're working with a couple companies at once. Sometimes several videos that are sponsored will kind of come in close together, but try not to do that on a regular basis. And same thing with the free product. If you're making a video every week or every couple of days, it's like, here's this free product in this video, and here's a free product in this video. You really want to try to space those out so that you're not annoying your audience and overloading your audience with all of this free product stuff and sponsor video stuff, because it really does devalue believability of you and what you're sharing if you're constantly sharing stuff you've been given or stuff you're being paid to talk about. Having a YouTube channel can provide you with a lot of opportunities to talk about various companies and various products, and the bigger your channel gets, the more emails you're going to get from companies that want to pay you to talk about something, or they want to give you something to review, to try out. You're going to get those emails more and more and more as time goes on. I can't tell you how many emails I get on a daily basis from companies that want me to review this product or talk about this product or something like that. And a lot of times I say no, just because it's not something that I really was interested in, or it's not a company that I would want to work with, not a product that I would be willing to share or that I think you guys would like. So various reasons, but a lot of times I say no. Your opinion matters to your audience. Your opinion matters to these companies. What you actually choose to share and why you're actually sharing it is what matters the most. And again, that all goes back to your integrity, why you're sharing it. So it's been a really, really interesting journey. But like I said, I don't see anything wrong with contacting companies and asking for product or experiences that you legitimately are interested in and that you legitimately want to share and give your honest opinion of. As long as you're honest and you're doing it with integrity and professionalism, I don't see a problem with it. And I don't see any problem with asking. All they can say is no or ignore you. But obviously, the companies that have responded back to me, and it's a lot, like a big percentage of the companies that I reach out to will email me back. Not all of them. I've been completely ignored by many companies over the years, but for the most part, a lot of the companies that I contact will contact me back in some way and agree to work with me in some way. You never know what's going to come of it unless you try. And look at all the relationships that I have now with these companies that I have partnered with for years and years and years that I never would have maybe worked with if I hadn't contacted them first. YouTube is a big place. The blog world is a big place, and it takes companies a long time to find different influencers and content creators and bloggers that they may want to work with. So you're kind of cutting out a little bit of the steps on their end if you're contacting them first, and all they can say is no or ignore you, and you're no worse off. So it never hurts to try. So I hope this video was helpful and gave you a little glimpse into kind of how you can get free product, how you can begin a relationship with a company that may start out as free product, may turn out to be something way bigger. You never know. But these are 4 things that I have learned and done and really tried to practice over the years. And I feel like I've done a really good job of that. I've had some amazing experiences that I was able to share with my family. I've tried some amazing products. I've had some amazing curriculum come into our life, all from my YouTube channel. So I encourage you guys that just because you may be a small YouTuber doesn't mean that companies are not willing to work with you, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you're doing it with honesty and integrity, and make sure that you're taking your YouTube channel or your blog seriously, and that it shows when people look at it that you're taking it seriously and you're not just trying to get a bunch of free products from companies, because like I said, companies can smell that a mile away, and your audience can tell a mile away if you're not being honest and doing these reviews and doing these sponsored posts with the right intention. So keep that in mind. I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out that other video about why YouTube is so hard and how you can overcome some of those hurdles. I think that's a really good video, really helpful, so make sure you check it out. It's linked for you in the description box. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. I upload every single week tons of different videos about YouTube and mom life, cleaning, organizing. Homeschooling is a big part of my YouTube channel, so make sure if you like those types of videos and you want to see my weekly uploads that you subscribe and you click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.